What were you going to say for the podcast?
Is the Super Bowl this year, do they still have that stupid robot mascot that, like, catches the football after commercials and whatnot?
That's just a Fox News thing.
Is that
Or not Fox News, Fox Sports.
Is that going to be on this thing?
I think so.
That is the cringiest fucking thing on the planet.
I haven't watched.
They've had it for years.
Yeah, I know. It's a Fox Sports thing.
Why do you need a football playing robot?
I don't know. Maybe that's just their identity. Is that what you were saving?
Yeah.
Oh.
It bothers me. It bothered me the first time I saw it, too, because I don't watch football very often. I'm like, what? Why? Why do they have the fucking Super Bowl Power Ranger out catching balls after Pfizer commercials?
Oh, I forgot about the Super Bowl commercials.
They haven't been good in years.
No, they were pretty deep. Not last year. I didn't really watch them last year. The year before, they were pretty good.
You know, they're charging more this year because of fucking Taylor Swift.
Welcome back to the Mars Boys podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm not Taylor Swift.
That's got to be a top 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm more like the beluga whale that honks in the meme at the Taylor Swift concert.
Right. It's like the Meat Canyon one where she bugles like an elk. Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen that, just YouTube Meat Canyon, Taylor Swift.
Meat Canyon is on the verge of, like, psychosis. It's like, that's the stuff you see when you take too much Benadryl.
And how would you know that, Ryan?
Black cherry.
So, yeah. We are recording this prior to the Super Bowl. Ryan, what were your bets going to be?
I did one for the Eagles. Sorry. I did one for the Eagles and one for the Chiefs because, honestly, I don't know who's going to win. It depends on who gives the better head in the locker room to the refs.
All right.
I have the Chiefs winning. Barkley scores. Kelsey scores. Hurts scores. Barkley has over 125 rushing yards. A.J. Brown scores and Hunt scores. No? Or was that just a wince from the alcohol?
Oh, it's the brandy.
Oh. And then I have the Eagles winning.
So wait, hold on. Back up. Who do you have scoring touchdowns?
I have Barkley, Kelsey, Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Hunt scoring touchdowns.
Now, is that combined or is that just...
It's a parlay, yeah.
So all of them score.
They have to score.
What's the odds on that?
Plus 30,000.
What'd you bet on it?
$2.61.
$2.61 to win what? $60?
$785.61. Did you just use my chaser?
Yeah. It's mine.
I know, but you wouldn't give me a beer. I need something to wash down this with. And then
I'm done with that.
For my Eagles one, I have the Eagles winning, Barkley, Kelsey, and Hurts all getting touchdowns. Barkley gets over 125 rushing yards. Eagles +1, and the game's under 48.5 total points.
If you lose that one, it'll be because either the Eagles lose or it'll go over 48.5.
Because you got to think so.
I would 100% bet the over on this game. Actually, if I have any money in my ESPN account, I will bet the over. Is the over 48.5? Is that the line?
Yeah, that's the line.
Like I said, you guys will be listening to this. Actually, I'll probably drop this pretty soon.
During the game?
No, I'm not going to drop it during the game because I don't think anybody's going to listen during the game.
And then I have one more. The Eagles winning, the Eagles +2, under 53.5 points. Kelsey scores, Barkley scores. The fourth quarter is the highest scoring quarter, and the second half is the highest scoring half. I think that's the safest one I've done out of all of them. But that's $2.50 for $252.50 payout.
All right, let's see. We're going to put $10 in the old account. Right, we're not supposed to have silence.
Oh, I was reading.
What are you reading?
The bets.
Oh.
I don't know what I bet on, dude. I'm not a sports person.
All right, let's see. We're going to go Super Bowl. Definitely not doing one of them. All right, we're going to go over 48.5. We're going to go Hurts to score, tush push. I think that's a pretty good bet. We're going to go
You get $5 in bonus bets, too, for this.
Jahan Dotson. Wow, just off of... What? They can't be parlayed.
Yeah, there was weird things where things can be parlayed together.
Oh, that's Power Hour. Can I parlay these two? No, I can't. So for the over... Actually, let me put this back in just to see the full odds. Over. Under. Yeah. That's weird. The odds got different. I would bet $5 on Jahan Dotson scoring, Jalen Hurts scoring. Oh, that's why, because that's the first touchdown score. Okay, we don't want that. It would have been 112,000 to 1. Let's see. Same game parlay. I'm not going to bet the winner. I'm going to do the over, player total touchdowns, 1+ for Saquon. He definitely scores a touchdown. Actually, we're going to go 2+. I think he scores 2. We're at plus 200 here.
This feels like a stock trading podcast now because you're just throwing out numbers and going through stats.
Total receiving yards. 5+ for DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, we'll do that. Total receptions. Yeah, 1+ on Saquon. 1+ on who? They won't let you bet that. Wow.
Yeah, they had a lot of weird things.
Yeah. Longest reception.
How many Yahoos do you think are just downloaded the ESPN bet app just for this? And what percentage of them do you think are actually going to hit on all the random things that are getting placed right now?
All right, let's go TD scores. Power Hour.
Good talk.
Sorry, say that again.
Nah, I don't know if I could say all that again. I think 10%. I think 10% of new people will probably win. Sorry.
First touchdown score. Dual selection. See, it all depends on who gets the ball first. Now, I'm going to go that. Yeah, we'll put $5 on that. All right, my bets aren't as crazy as yours. I have... So here's my 4-leg parlay. Saquon Barkley to score 2 or more touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins to have 5 or more receiving yards. And Saquon Barkley have 1+ reception and the game to go over 48.5. $5 to win $32.50. And then Hurts or Barkley to score the first touchdown, bet $5 to win $14.50.
Those are
women's
wins.
College basketball.
All right, let's get off of this.
Why?
I don't know, because this isn't a sports podcast.
All right. So, what did we do this weekend, Ryan?
We went to the Outshore Outdoors show. It's my second time, your first time this year.
Oh, this year.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think this is my 6th time going in total, or 5th.
Oh boy, it was way more crowded this Saturday than it was last
After
Sunday.
lunch, it was.
Yeah,
it was not crowded at all when we first got in there.
Yeah, but...
And I'm glad we did the gun room first.
Yeah. Because by lunchtime, you couldn't even breathe in there. I just about mentally checked out by the time we left there.
I noticed. We got milkshakes. Me and Aaron got milkshakes. You have to get milkshakes when you're in Harrisburg at the Farm Show Complex. They're the best milkshakes you'll ever have. And why, did you have them?
No, I didn't. Well, I had one last year. They're all right.
They're better than all right. That's like an old school Richmond's style milkshake. Anyway, and I look over and Ryan's basically running to the door.
Yeah, couldn't handle that anymore.
What was the coolest thing you saw? I know we only we probably stopped at more booths than we did years prior.
I got about 40 stickers, so yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about the outdoor show this year? You can even something you saw when you were at Amber too, if you want.
I think my favorite thing was talking to that dude with the lures. He was a little bit out there, but I did enjoy.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
We got I got this coon lure. He got this corn lure spread and this cherry spray, peanut butter spray.
Yeah, well, I don't know how well it's going to work. We'll get into that here in a minute. Yeah, Stone Cold Killer Lures and Scents. He's mainly for deer, but he had some stuff that might work.
Yeah, he had a whole side that was urine-based scents, and that whole side smelled like pee.
Oh, here's the product pricing. Oh, the product for the Pro Pack Extreme, $285. You get a free shirt and hat. It does have everything. Yeah, so what I got from him, so I bought a sweet corn gel. It smells like cream corn.
It really does. It actually smells really good.
And here's...
If it didn't say full synthetic, I'd probably try a little bit.
And yeah, it really is, because when you take it out, it's like... It's hard to... It's like Orbeez that melted together.
Really?
Like, it's super light. And you just tap the knife and it drops off into the trap. Like, it doesn't splat. It doesn't nothing. It's just... What's weird about it is it's clear.
Yeah, I thought that was weird, too.
So, I got the sweet corn gel. Ryan got a coon lure, which was a bunch of different...
Anisith and a bunch of glands. It smells so bad.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll talk more about that stuff when we talk about trapping, because it's been a very, very good week for trapping, if you guys have been paying attention to the Instagram. So that what else did you like about it this week?
I mean, it was the same as last time. I don't like seeing how the waterfowl tank area gets smaller and smaller and smaller every year. There's more and more things that aren't related every year. It seems like there's less call companies. I mean,
True call companies.
Yeah, you have the ones that sell the cheap ones and try to lure the kids in with the pretty colors and blah blah and all that.
There was one call company we didn't stop at that I kind of wanted to, and I honestly I couldn't even tell you the name of it. I'd have to look in a brochure. They look. What are you not? What the heck are you doing?
Need a toothpick. Let me see the edge of that.
No, I have toothpicks downstairs. You get one when we're done. There was one new call company that I saw that I really did want to stop, but there was just too many people sitting there.
Which one was it?
I
didn't see a new one. I saw JT. I saw JP.
They were across from GP.
I saw Sean Mann.
They were across from Sean Mann. Yeah, they were on like the corner back there. I cannot remember, but they actually looked like really nice calls, and I couldn't remember for the life of me what they were called.
There was a lot of turkey stuff this year.
There always is, because all them like mom and pop deals make turkey calls. That's like the one booth we stopped at. Really nice guy we met. I believe his name was Ray, if I remember right, from Gooseman Custom Calls or Game Calls. Super nice guy. Just not the best. The turkey call seemed pretty damn good. Duck call seemed all right. Just not a.
He was who I bought the scratcher from.
Oh really? Oh, gotcha.
Because he had the turkey calls around the front.
Yeah. Now, like I said, his turkey calls looked great, and they looked good too.
I thought you sounded pretty good on it. I thought you did end up actually liking it. It didn't sound bad. It did
sound bad. It's. How do I put this nicely? Because I would love to have him on the podcast, and I don't want to berate him. If you're a beginner, it's a great call. It didn't take a lot of air. It still sounded like a goose. It's just for me, with the kind of notes I run, it's got too much rasp, way too much. The whole thing is raspy. There's no clean to rasp to clean. You know, and I don't want to call it a cheaper made call because he was charging $100 for it. So it was made of really good wood. It probably had.
Do you think it was just raspy because it was wood versus the acrylics that we mostly run?
I ran a wood call for years. Even my duck calls I ran for a long time were wood. I just recently got into the acrylic game. Like that foils. Yes, that foils. Market Hunter has a acrylic insert, but it's a wooden body. No, it's not that at all. It's really what that has to do with is the insert. It's probably, they're probably mainly turkey calls, and their duck. Like I said, I didn't blow one, but their duck calls look really good. But with the goose call, they were probably just we'll make the barrel, and then they went and got. I don't want to say cheap, but mass-made inserts and ran it like that instead of cutting their own reeds, making their insert, boring out their own inserts, stuff like that. That's all. If they gave me one, I'd gladly blow it out in the field. You could kill geese with it. It's just not my style call, I guess. Yeah.
One thing I also, since we're talking about things we didn't like that we saw,
Okay.
I like the old style finisher a lot more than the new style finisher that they came out with. I don't know why they changed it. Maybe it's cheaper.
It's just different styles. It's not cheaper or nothing. It's just different styles.
I just didn't like that one. I really wanted the green one.
Yeah. And I think I might order one because they're cool. He said, and you remember what he said? They're brand new. He's never sold one before.
They should have sold me that one on the thing. I would have.
A guy offered him $100. Did you hear what he told me?
Yeah, a guy offered him $100 for it.
But he wouldn't be allowed to sell any others.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say I'll give you $100. You can sell other ones. I don't care. I just want that one.
Yeah, that one, the blue painted copper was really cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the coolest. I think the coolest thing that I saw is when we stopped at the PA Trappers Association booth.
Yeah, it was nice talking to the old guys. Yeah. I bought 3 of their stickers. They accidentally gave me 4. But yeah, it was nice. They think every time you talk to an out-of-stater about what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do, they're always like, "What, really?"
Yeah,
that's always the reaction we get from.
And it's mainly about the leg holds, because I think we're one of the only states that can't use leg holds, which is wild to me. Because I really want to catch skunks, and you can't use leg holds. You can't use conibears above water. Yeah, it's all a whole thing.
Yeah. I do like going and seeing the furs, though, but it's astronomical, the prices that they sell furs for.
Gray fox furs for $75, coyote furs for $125.
It's just insane to me that, you take all these furs to the auction house, and they'll be like, we'll give you $3, we'll give you $4.
I just sold 3 coons today and got $7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a raccoon fur at one of those places was probably $50.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because somebody will buy it.
And also, it did seem like almost sacrilege to me seeing some of those fox furs that were dyed red and dyed blue and stuff. I don't
or
like
the
that.
Skunk furs that were completely dyed to look like a cartoon skunk.
Yeah. I don't like that at
No,
all.
but somebody does. Especially the all black ones. Somebody likes it.
It'd be different if it was naturally all black, something happened and somehow it
like a black coyote.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying on a raccoon or something. Didn't have the stripes for whatever genetic reason. That'd be different. But dyeing it all black, I don't know. I like the fur in its natural state more than anything else.
Speaking of that, if anybody out there is interested in coon hides, completely soft tanned coon furs, I have a limited number of it. I will have in a few months a limited quantity to sell. Or maybe it might be 4 or 5, it might be 6 or 7, whatever it is. It's very limited, and it'll be $40 a piece.
It's all the extras that aren't going on the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna put 10 on the wall for this year, and then whatever extra will be for sale. If anybody wants a possum, I'll keep it, but the possum will be $35.
I think you should keep the possum.
All right, if somebody wants to pay $35 for it, they can have it. If not, it will go on the wall. The possum is a podcast exclusive. Once I get the fur, if they're not all spoken for, I will post them on the website. So there's that little order of business. Speaking of that kind of business, check out the website if you're interested in any of our decals. If you don't want to go through a website, please contact us. We have plenty of inventory to sell. Check out the Patreon. Subscribe to that. We haven't posted on it in a little bit, but we got some content. Ryan's butt cheeks will be up there shortly. So next order of business. Did you have anything else to say about the outdoor show?
No, it was nice. It would just be nice if The Harrisburg Farm Complex gods hear this somehow magically. Put more waterfowl people in there, please.
Well, I think really what it is when it boils down to is when a waterfowl. So they have a list. Like if we were to be like, hey, we want a booth, now we go on a list.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think there's enough waterfowl guys on that list. So when somebody leaves, like foils, there's nobody there to take its place. I don't think it's Harrisburg's fault or the outdoor show's fault. Because they could easily, if it was really up to them, I'm sure they would easily replace some of them guys selling cheap China-made bags
or the giant sunglasses
or the
thing that was there, the $10 sunglasses.
Yeah, replace some of them guys
Yeah.
with waterfowl guys or hunting guys. Yeah. So I think it just boils down to just nobody.
I don't understand why Top Down wouldn't come.
Hit them up.
I should ask.
Yeah, I think it'd be great for them.
And I am excited when we finally do it. Like when we get a booth there and actually do a podcast
Couple years.
live. Yeah.
Couple years. It won't be this year. It won't be next year. It might not even be the following, but a couple years.
And then we'll have a
be
home
there.
base to run back to when it gets way too crowded.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can go cower behind the table or something.
We can be like that one. Did you see that guy that was asleep?
That dude was out.
It was like 10:30.
He was sitting up,
He's
totally asleep.
just chin tucked.
People walking by, not trying to sell his guide service or whatever it was. He was just totally knocked. He had enough. And I feel that. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go get a guide from him because of that. Just to wake his ass up. Yo, I want to go.
He'll be like, "What? Really?" So next order of business, I had a banner week of trapping. If you guys keep up with the Instagram account, you'll see I posted kind of every day what my catch was this week. Like I said, we're recording this on Sunday. This was the first time since last Sunday that I did not catch. I think I caught 11, or no, I caught 9 this week so far. Mm-hmm. 8 in a possum, or no, 9 coons in a possum, I think. I don't know, whatever it was a pretty good number. I was very, very happy. And also I was very, very surprised day in and day out when I would walk up the traps. And so far, I've caught on every trap except for 2 of them. 3. No, 2. Yeah, every trap but 2 I've caught, which has been really, really cool.
It's the crazy. We were talking about it yesterday, the difference between public and private land.
And I think it really boils down to, like, I think you're more, when you show up to a piece of public and you see boot tracks, you see tire tracks, I think you get down and you don't want to just go. You want to set and get out. When you get to a piece of private ground, I think you look at the woods as like, okay, nobody has trapped here. I can go wherever I want and set traps wherever I want. I'm probably going to catch. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just a little more pressured on. And it's wild saying that about New Jersey, but I do think, with the limited number of trappers, there still is a lot of pressure on public grounds.
I think it's dependent.
Especially you're out your way. I mean, I know I'm the only one that traps some of the public ground around my house, but I can't say the same for any public ground around your house.
Yeah, because it's more ingrained in the society down my way.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. It was more of a thing, like the old muskrat guys and stuff like that. Like, I know I said I wanted to do this because my family's done it.
Yeah.
But everybody down there has done it. You know what I mean? Everybody's family's down there has done it. It's not like a specific thing. Now, commercially, I'm not totally sure because my grandfather and my uncles have done it commercially. But I'm not sure how many other people's families around there have done it commercially.
Yeah. And so what's really funny is I think I was talking to Colby about this when we were setting otter traps. He was asking how you were doing and stuff, and I said, I mean, due to circumstances, I said, he really hasn't trapped this much. And I said, what's really, really funny is like, we got our trapping license because of Ryan, because of you. Like, yes, we had talked about it and stuff like that, and I signed us up for the classes, but realistically, you had always talked about wanting to get into it. And now it's like, and I mean, that's just kind of who I am. Like, I've jumped head over heels into it, and even blowing up a truck didn't stop me from trapping.
That's true.
Like I said, and I'm not saying you don't want to do it. I'm just saying it was funny that I've gotten deeper ingrained into trapping than you have.
I think it'll come. It's like everything else we're doing right now. I got to balance this, work, and school. And
Did you get started on your homework last night?
I did actually.
I thought the world was ending.
Yeah. Once this is over, like I said, I can take all this stuff. I won't have an excuse. I can take all this stuff full time. I can do whatever. What was that face for?
$12.90 shipping.
For what?
Marciata's lures, coon bait.
Uh,
Yeah, that's. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was bouncing it to you. You got distracted.
I did get distracted because I'm trying. Oh, whoa. Hold on. I didn't know this. Okay, so I was going to talk about this anyway. I think a big thing is I've switched bait. Granted, I'm in an area, nobody's trapped. There's a lot of raccoons, stuff like that. But I found, so what I've been using is Marciata's coon bait. That's what it is. It's called coon bait. It's what it, to me, it smells like, cherries, molasses, fruit, very, very sweet. And I did not know that it was made in Hazel Township, PA.
Really?
Yeah. And that is, where is that? Because I know where Hazelton is. Hazel Township, PA.
That's probably way out in the mountains.
It's Hazelton.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah, it's Hazelton. North, and we we actually have a quarry up there somewhere. Yeah, that's funny.
You ought to go talk to them.
Yeah, I think, I don't know how to hit them up though.
Just show up.
Well, I'm not going to do all that.
Show up with a microphone and be like, yo.
With a microphone?
It's good.
I have a bunch of other stuff.
One thing I wanted to talk about, and I thought this was a good idea from the dude we were talking to at the farm show. I'm thinking about taking that lure that I bought from him, and it's like chunky. It's got seeds and glands, and it looks disgusting, and it makes me gag when I look at it. Like,
Yeah.
it's gross. But, like, diluting that with a little bit of water and putting it in a spray bottle, because they're not going to eat that stuff. When I was, like, really down to think about it, it's just to get them in. If they're going to eat something, it's going to be the cat food or corn or whatever else you put inside of the trap. The lure's just to bring them in.
Yeah.
And I almost think it'd be not just more economical, but more effective to spray it, like atomize it, like get it all over the place, like drifts off in the air. And I think that would make them go crazier.
So if you're going to do that, here is my piece of advice. What I would say, if you're going to do something like that, take that and rub it, figure out which way you think the coons are going to come from. So, remember yesterday?
I saw you spray the tree.
No. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
But you remember yesterday when we went through my trap line, I showed you I had where the dirt anchor set was down closer to the river or the stream, and then I had one on the main path.
Mm-hmm.
I would not put that scent on the dirt hole. I would put that scent, I would spray it whatever way, whatever side of the tree, or put it on a piece of rope, or spray a stick and stick it in the ground. Whatever way you think the wind's blowing to where that coon is. So if the wind was blowing into the woods, I would spray it on a stick and put it there. That way that draws them out.
It draws them in.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I'm saying I was also thinking about soaking the traps. Now that's really disgusting.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
Because then it's all over the trap. It doesn't matter which way the wind blows either.
Yeah, but what happens if they go to inspect the trap? You don't want them focused on the trap. I mean, at that point, you might as well just drip some in with an eyedropper in the bottom of the trap.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. They're just thoughts.
Whoa. What are you yawning for?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, but I told Ryan, I said, it's been really, really cool this year trapping. I've learned a lot Like, not just what was I saying? I learned a lot about why I'm setting, why I'm catching where I'm catching. So last year and like the first half of this year, like I knew coons were in the area. Okay. I knew coons were in the area, and I knew I would catch every now and then. But what I'm learning now is why I'm catching in these specific areas, and it's been really, really eye opening. Like I'll, you okay?
Did you see that big gulp?
Yeah, I saw you like shake, like you were having an exorcism too.
That's why I did the Catholic cross before I did that. Oh, good Lord. All right, we're good.
Yeah, all right, I can keep going.
You can keep going. I was trying to do that nonchalantly.
There's nothing nonchalant about that. Anyway, like now, actually, I've done this the last 3 days. No, not with Ryan. So like 3 of the last 4 days, I've done this. Where I'll catch, I'll walk back a little deeper and set another trap. So I'm learning more about the area I'm working with, and it's funny because the further I'm deeper going into this property, the more I'm like, whoa, this looks like the perfect place for a trap. Like I could set 36 traps in this property and probably still find somewhere else to set.
It's a big property.
I just did it today. I'd moved 2 traps.
Out?
No. I moved 2 traps.
Oh.
One down in like this fallen timber, these blowdowns that I knew I wasn't going to catch in it. They'd been set for over a week, and just time was ticking on that, so I moved it. And the other one was one that had been sat for a week and didn't catch. I caught a trap with a trap next to it. The trap next to it caught one. So yeah, I know we're beating this whole trapping thing to death, but
It's just what we're doing right now.
yeah, it's something I think we're really, really. It's something I can say I'm falling in love with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I think the biggest thing is it's probably not going to happen this year, but I want to find someone that like I know or my family knows that has a big property and maybe likes to turkey hunt or something, and try to get my own private piece because
You don't even need a family friend. This wasn't I mean, my family knows this.
That's
guy,
what I'm saying, or something like
but
that.
I didn't necessarily get trapping permission because we know him. I got trapping permission because nobody else traps. That's the first guy that's knocked on his door ever and asked for trapping permission.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got that property, and it would be the same for you. Find a
Maybe
farmer.
not down my way.
No. You're right.
That's why I'm saying it'd be
you're absolutely
easier
correct.
if I knew
You know
somebody.
what you should do?
What's that?
Where we come over the bridge.
Which
find
bridge?
somebody for work.
Find somebody up there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nobody up there.
You don't have to. You don't have to know anybody. Find 2 farms next to each other that have a big old piece of property. Knock on their door, ask for permission. I guarantee you one of them will say yes.
Because I like the idea. Like I don't like the whole public ground thing, for the simple fact of it's like when I'm coming out of the woods, like I don't mind talking to people, but I never know who's gonna be waiting there. Like I had the Goose Brigade roll in after I left the one day, and they all ran to the back and set up for the geese back there. Then I had that dude that was trying to buy the raccoons to eat, and then I had the one-eyed limping veteran that was limping. Dude, he had to walk with his cane a mile back with his muzzleloader or whatever he was going with, all the way back into the woods because you weren't allowed to drive there. He had to, how when you go up to the area where you park,
Yeah.
and then the dirt road veers off to the right and goes straight back to the woods that are way back.
Yeah.
He walked back there. He had one eye and could barely walk.
Well, that's his.
I know. Good for him. I'm glad he's getting out there. But I don't know. It's especially with trapping, you never know who's going to be out there. Like if I come out one day and some lady's walking her dog and I have to be like Cersei walking through. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
You never did. Well, you guys that are listening that may have watched it, when she's getting shamed all the way back from the Citadel naked. Like just shame, because I know it's looked down on by regular people, and that's not really something I want to deal with. And I'm also worried about people messing with my traps, because with your tag on there, if something bad happens, you're automatically assumed liable for it.
No, that's a big reason why
These risks scare me
Yeah.
with public land.
Yeah, and who did
Or
I?
you get an angry deer hunter or something because you accidentally ran off his prize buck or
Well,
something like that. And it's not like I did it on purpose.
Yeah, and-
you
and
know what I
that's-
mean? But they could still take it that way.
they could, but there's also a courtesy thing that goes with that. If you are trapping an area that you know deer hunters are in, either stay out of it because you want to avoid those properties. Yes, I know it's not quite fair because it's public ground, but this goes to the courtesy thing. If you walk in and see a deer stand or a corn pile,
I wouldn't set in front of it or near
absolutely,
it.
yeah.
But
You're
you
not
know what I
gonna stand near
mean? But like if you don't, like let's say it's your first time out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're walking through and you know how you just stumble across it? Sometimes you can't see, like the pile's low and you walk up
No,
and it's open, you're like, oh shit, there's a camera. You're either in it or you're not in it. And you're like, well, then you fucked it up. You already fucked it up.
No,
not really, but you
no.
did.
And
they get mad about that kind of
what
stuff.
they get mad about is if you're repeating it. If you're
fair.
repeating, if they get this was the same way when I had a camera set up on public land. If I got a picture of a guy, I did not care. I understood, that you can't just walk around. You're not going to walk around with your head up looking for deer stands, or you're not going to walk around looking for cameras unless you're looking to steal them. I guess.
I always stumble across them by accident. Like every single time I look up and I'm like, ah, fuck. Sometimes I'm right in front of it. I'm like, fuck.
But you take a mental note of where that camera is.
And you don't go there again.
I have gotten mad at people because they repeatedly come back thinking I will move my camera or move my stand. That's when I start to get mad. But I think most deer hunters feel that way too. Now it's different if you're a mile deep in the woods, a mile deep in the woods and you stumble across the camera. That guy might get mad because in his mind he's like, why the hell is anybody walking back there? But he's not going to get mad enough to the point where he's going to find one of your traps and piss on it or whatever.
Well, it's not that. I'm saying like take your tag and do something fucked up with it.
And I don't think anybody would do that anyway. They might kick over your cable. They might trip your dog proof.
I think it's just I like the privacy aspect of what private land could offer.
100%. And that's
like
why I love
it.
Yeah.
If you have a quad or a side-by-side or a bike or whatever, you could do it. Like, it's the convenience factor and the privacy factor seems really nice to me.
It is. And I'm going to get more private ground in my repertoire next year. Unfortunately, one of the bigger pieces of private ground that I squirrel hunt on, I texted him. He's like, yeah, I got a guy that traps it.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Is it Colby?
No, it's not Colby. But I've talked to him about trapping before, and especially because of that boneyard. It's got to be a coyote and fox paradise. So, yeah, I've talked to him about it. He was like, yeah, I got a guy that traps it. I was like, damn.
I wonder when I'll get my 24 cable restraints.
When did you order them? Last month?
Yeah.
You got another month.
Yeah.
Did you get a tracking number on them?
No.
Yeah, it's going to be a little while.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to cover today? Or are you ready to go watch the game?
Yeah, I think that's about it. Just a little recap. We went to the outdoor show, saw a lot of cool stuff, met a few good people.
Hold on, talk about this. I really did. So in my sleeping belly hair pulled out stupor, I was listening to the podcast that you were listening to on the way home.
Okay.
I did like that trapping podcast if you did want to shout it out or you don't feel comfortable doing that.
No, I absolutely feel comfortable doing it. It is, let me get the information on it. If you guys do enjoy trapping, make sure you listen to our podcast first. But it is called the...
This is like Coca-Cola shouting out Pepsi. Or wait, no, we're more like Rock Cola shouting out Pepsi.
It is called the OKS Trapper. Oh, shoot. I am so blanking.
I was listening to the one with the plane, the dude that flies all over.
That guy's cool, isn't he?
Yeah, that dude's a badass.
It's the OKS Trapper. Hosted by Zach Hansen. Yeah, Zach Hansen.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been listening to it a lot. He's got a lot of cool stuff on there. But yeah, that's about all I got.
Other than that, also 40 stickers. They probably can't go on the table because we don't have any room left. So they'll probably be for the next table.
Buggy said trap coons, not slag. Hell yeah, brother. All right, Buggy. All right, guys. Appreciate you listening. Hope you enjoyed. Talk to you next week.
See you next week.